Well, hackers can reach you via text, with a phone call, through your email, on social media platforms or fake websites. Just last month, criminals were impersonating real businesses, offering phony investment bonds with supposed high returns.
In 2024, Australians lost $319 million to scams, with investment, romance and phishing scams responsible for the bulk of the financial damage. So how can you remain safe against cybercrime as it evolves and gets even harder to identify? Futurist and author Michael McQueen is here. Hello, mate. Nice to see you.
You might be here for the next 3 hours, given this topic, but anyway.
Yes.
Oh, I know. How big is this cybercrime thing? It's getting bigger and bigger.
Well, it's huge, to over $9 trillion as an industry. If it was an economy, that'd be the third largest economy globally. Like, it is huge. So bigger than Germany, bigger than Japan as a national economy. That's how much is going on. So the stats are pretty sobering. So every 11 seconds, there's some sort of a cyber attack, especially the big ones we hear about, like the Medibanks of the world, the Optuses, but even a whole lot of small ones you never, ever hear about. And so for individuals, it's just as significant. If you've got a bank account or you've got a smartphone or a social media account, you are sort of prone to being hacked or being...
Which makes 99.9%
It's
of us
all
in
of
the
us,
world, right?
correct.
So what's the latest? What's the latest thing we need to be aware of as far as scams and the way they're evolving?
Yeah, well, what worries me the most is deep fakes. So deep fakes are these AI-generated sort of voices or videos that look so realistic. So you get a call from someone that sounds like your brother or your auntie, or, you know, in the workplace, we've seen examples, like specific examples of someone who dials onto a Zoom call with their boss because the boss sent through a request. Boss gives authorisation to make a whole lot of payments. Then they realise after the fact it was actually a deep fake, not their boss.
Wow.
So we're also seeing QR codes being used in some dodgy ways too. So you can actually get cyber criminals who actually replace legitimate QR codes with fake ones, taking you to a fake website, asking you to enter details for a contest, for instance. So being mindful of, do you trust the source of a QR code, but also when you go there, is it too good to be true? Are the fonts a little bit off? Does it have one of those little, you know, the little padlocks to show it's a secure website? These are all things we've got to be checking out for.
We got no chance against this.
It's really tricky, yeah.
If the big guys can't defend themselves, how can we do? What is cyber resilience?
So in the business world, that's like the technical term for sort of getting ready for this stuff to happen. Basically, every business knows it's going to happen to them at some point. So in the last 12 months, 60% of businesses have had a cyber attack, especially ransomware, where essentially cyber criminals say, we're going to take control of your systems, take your data. Unless you pay us money, we won't give it back to you. So cyber resilience is backing things up, so you've got your own data set separately so you can sort of get back up online, but also you can actually hire a hacker. I was chatting to a guy recently. He actually got arrested years ago for hacking, did his time in prison. He now goes into corporates and stress tests their systems. So you can actually see what are those points of vulnerability.
Swordfish, wasn't there a movie about that?
Yeah, very much so.
OK, so what's the future of cybersecurity? What's that looking like?
Well, I think for all of us, it's a case of being aware of the things we can do to make ourselves more safe. I mean, it's like your home. You know, a thief is more likely to come in if the door's wide open or it's unlocked. So what can we do to be more sensible? For instance, don't reuse passwords. We all know we shouldn't do it, but we do because we're lazy and busy and the rest. So Dashlane or 1Password are two services you can use to aggregate all your passwords in one place, and that's a very secure network. So I use 1Password. Fingerprint unlocks that, and then it pre-populates the logins to websites. Much better than trying to use 1 or 2 or 3 passwords multiple times. Also be aware of pins. So recently there's some research done showing the top 5 pins that have been leaked onto the dark web that people use.
Yeah? Oh, well, here they are.
Here are the top 5. And do not use your birth year. That is the most common mistake people make. Their PIN is their birth year. And, of course, if someone gets access to social media, they can figure out pretty quickly what your birth year is and then get access.
1342? Why is that?
It's a strange one, but it's actually a common one.
Well, there you go. It's not mine.
It's not there. All right, let's clarify that, yes.
No, it really isn't.
4 zeros are so stupid, that's why I always put a 1 at the end. Thank you, mate. Nice to see you. You can learn more about Michael McQueen's work in his latest book, MindStuck.
Thank you.